And we're live! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Gaming Roundup for week 12. As always, I'm joined by Little and Large. Say hello, Keith.
That's a good one. I haven't been here for a while. I'm back, people. Hello.
They haven't noticed.
That was my intro.
No, just say hello.
Hello.
Alright guys, we've got some stories for you this week, so let's give you a quick shoot down of the rundown, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we're going to start off with H1Z1 bans nearly 25,000 players for cheating. And then we've got Witcher 3 devs accused of downgrading their graphics. Bethesda tease Doom, the new Doom title. I was going to say Doom 4, I'm just going to call it Doom because it probably will be. Lego have got something cool in the Lego portal, which we're going to talk about, which will thrill me and Keith. I'm not sure about Nigel, maybe. Xbox One outsells PS4 in April in the US, and Rockstar decided to sue Daniel Radcliffe for bringing in the GTA name into disrepute.
I thought you were going to say bringing in the magic.
Bringing in the magic. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, you got anything crude and rude to say to me before we kick this thing off? Good, let's go.
You have a face like a penis.
Face like happiness.
And you look like a testicle.
Thanks, guys. I love you too. Just let me hold it recover.
We are classy guys. We are so great.
I'm going to have the giggles throughout the whole of this one now.
God, no. Okay, so let's start off with H1Z1. Right, okay, so guys, are you familiar with H1Z1?
It's a zombie game. It's an open world game.
It's an open world survival zombie game, which is like Morpega-like.
What Nige said.
Yeah. What was that? There was an Arma 2 mod, wasn't there?
Yes, Arma 2 mod a while back called Daisy. And they kind of jumped onto the back end of that bandwagon of having this big open world which people could fight and survive in against as the background of a zombie apocalypse. Anyway, what was Sony Online Entertainment made H1Z1. Was it Daybreak Games now, I think it's called. Anyway, they put it on, everyone started playing, and then after a while, cheaters just popped up left, right, and centre. You got aimbots. You had one called ESP where you could see everyone and everything on the map all highlighted and everything like that. So the makers, the people at Daybreak went, fuck this, you're all banned, and banned them all.
But how did they cheat? I mean, this is the thing. Did they hack the game?
No, well, people have built a lot of like add-ons and bits for the game, and these add-ons allowed them to do all these cheats like the ESP cheat and whatnot.
Yeah, invincibility, instant shot kills, infinite ammo, seeing people through walls, aimbotting, seeing people from a very long distance away, that sort of thing.
Aimbot's classic, isn't it?
Can I pose a question to you both then?
Yeah,
so that's effectively hacking the game.
Yes.
So who's responsible for that? Is it the company allowing the game to be hacked in the first place, or the cheaters? Who's ultimately responsible? Because in my opinion, if the security on the game allows that to happen in the first place, isn't H1Z1 slightly culpable for this?
Well, I think it's, people find a way round the way the game is in its current state. Yeah, so people build a program to allow it to run in the background and be used with the game in its current state. So if you build a game and you think it's safe and you've got Punk Buster and whatnot, and then somebody out there goes, I can exploit, I found a tiny little hole that I can exploit, and they exploit it, and people cheat using that exploit.
Yeah, but my next question there is that you are obviously paying a monthly subscription to play this game, so surely it is the responsibility of the company that runs this game to close those loopholes and not ban 25,000 players.
No, but
ban
those players because they've cheated.
In the terms and conditions, like when you sign up and you have those massive page of terms and conditions, it says that you will not try to alter or change any of the business of the game. Something to that effect. I know you're sitting there and saying all this other stuff, but they agreed when they logged on that they wouldn't cheat, and it said that probably the penalty for cheating would be to be kicked off. Now,
but isn't that the cheap?
they've patched out the cheats and they've banned the cheaters. Yeah. So they've done something to sort it out. The long and the short of it is the people who made the cheat will find a way around whatever they've patched out and then put it back in and keep doing that. Yeah, because they then get into a little programming war with these fuckers who are hacking it for all intents and purposes. But by banning the players that are doing it, it then disincentivizes any players from cheating.
Did Blizzard ever suffer this similar problem with World of Warcraft? Because I've never really heard of programs being like linked to World of Warcraft and therefore exploiting World of Warcraft. I mean, I know they had issues with people flogging characters, level 50 characters, and loads of money and things like that. But I never actually heard of like a systematic hack of the game.
I heard of things for like automatic farming.
Yep.
So what would happen is you'd leave your character alone, and then the computer would run your character, and you'd come back and then farm God knows how much cash. So you'd be like AFK'd while the whole thing was running, but you'd have to leave your computer running.
So people would go to work, leave this program running with your character logged in, and it would just either level your character up, or like Gareth said, farm gold or whatever.
I'm probably going to regret asking this. In fact, I know I'm going to regret asking this. But were there similar problems with Age of Camelot?
They did, yeah. In PvP especially, because you could have a hack of the game which you ran in the background, and you'd be able to tell exactly where the opposition enemies are on the battlefield, which was a huge advantage. And it also told you their rank, how many there are, what class they are, their names, that sort of thing. And that's a huge advantage if you're playing against another team, for example. And I would expect you could probably get the same for World of Warcraft, or let's say Guild Wars 2. Any MMO or RPG would probably suffer the same sort of.
I was going to say the World of Warcraft one I heard happen within the first year, and then I never heard it again.
Yeah, I think they cracked down hard on it.
I think we have a friend Malcolm who likes playing EVE Online, and I think he tried World of Warcraft. And I'm not saying he did. I'm sure he's the one who told me about the hack. So we've been through experience.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. Well, my friend who was playing Dark Age of Camelot, I was over his house, and he was communicating over TeamSpeak with the rest of the people in his group, and he was sort of driving, so everyone was following him around the battlefield and whatnot, and he was hacking. And what it did is it gave you an audible sound saying invader when anyone was sort of within range, and it was audible to the point where it was coming out of his speakers, and he was talking on his mic, and it was going invader, invader, and everyone could hear it through his mic, and they knew he was cheating. So he got banned.
Just on another note on this H1Z1.
I love this bit.
This is one of the bits I really liked. Is the guy tweeted out, said, we banned so many players for tweeting, and then they said, for those who have been caught cheating, if you make a public apology on YouTube and send a link to my inbox, you'll be unbanned. So I've seen about 3 of these videos. I think I saw it from Review Tech USA where they had posted the links underneath, and you've got these people, and they're like, I'm so sorry, I was cheating, blah blah blah. There's one my age in there. There's one my age in there with a 4-foot fucking beard. And you're like, I'm sorry, I was cheating, blah blah blah. You're not fucking. I can tell you're not fucking sorry you're cheating. You're sorry you got caught. I'm sorry I got caught. I won't do it again.
I won't get caught again.
Yes.
I'm sorry I got caught. Next time round, I'll do a better job.
Yes. Anyway, just to wrap this up, cheating for online games kind of, breaks it. I can understand when you have like a single-player game and you've played that game all the way through, and you pop on a few cheats like you do in Grand Theft Auto to get a tank and just to roll through the city and have a laugh and whatnot. But Grand Theft Auto's got things built in so it'll take off any trophies or anything that you're getting. So
you're modding.
Yeah, you're just trying to extend the game and have some fun from it. It makes sense in single-player games where you finished it and you want to kind of extend their life by freaking around and making everything like flowers or something where they wouldn't be, or something along those lines. Or you just want to have some fun because you're drunk and it's like kind of What can I do? What can I do? Oh, I've got a great idea. I'm gonna have a plane in Grand Theft Auto and fly it and.
Yeah. Do you know, I never used to cheat to get the plane. I always broke into the fucking base because I found it more fun. It was fucking difficult as well to get the plane.
Was that the one in Vice City, Brown Thunder?
No, GTA 5, the latest one. Breaking into the army base and getting the plane or the chopper was never fucking easy because you're always getting shot to shit.
Just a quick one. Have you got my PS4?
I'm intending to get it. It's my next purchase because I've been told it's really good on the PS4, and I want to try Seagull mode.
It's heists I'm interested in. That looks good. I was showing Nige some heist bits, and they look fantastic. And I drifted away from it, and it was like they fucked up the online thing because the heists never came when it first came out on PS3. And then
we might have to do that, Gareth, and do another Let's Play Badly.
Yes, the three of us. We might even, if we can get Alex involved too. And that'd be quite good. The four of us trying to take away Ace.
Alex, I think it's lock, stock, and two smoking fucking barrels, won't we? But come on, guys, let's slap him. Yeah, geezer.
You're only meant to fucking shoot him. Stop getting fucking shot.
Can everybody please stop getting fucking shot? I love that line.
Let's swiftly move on to our next story.
Yay! Witcher 3.
Right. Witcher 3. Okay. Was it last year or the year before at the VGXs? Witcher 3 had like a debut and it showed off the graphics and stuff. It looked fantastic. And then by the time we got to consoles and PC, it wasn't as good. And everyone was like, "What the? What's going on here? We're not happy with this." So they released a statement. I think it was on a thread. One of the guys said that we didn't see a problem with the thing because we had to downgrade it to make it match on all the consoles. He said if we didn't sell it on the consoles, we wouldn't sell the game. Yeah, we made the first demo because we just made the first demo on whatever we wanted, and then we did it on the consoles and whatnot. I don't say this is a bad thing. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad thing because the long and short of it is the Witcher CD Projekt Red, when it comes to the consumers, seems to be less dickish in comparison. Unlike Activision and EA, when they send things out and they've got microtransactions and they block this out and that out and blah blah blah, and before you know it, you've only got three quarters of your game. You've got to buy the other fucking quarter back. Given the fact that they operate like that, I'm a bit more tolerable of this. Is the fact they had to downgrade it to make sure everything ran smoothly. The long and short of it is you're going to get a PC mod to update those graphics, and it wasn't like Watch Dogs graphics, where Watch Dogs looked immense, and then you got it onto the console, and everyone's like, "Is this the same game?" So, yeah. What do you?
No, I think I pretty much agree with everything you've just said there, which is unusual.
You feeling alright? No,
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I think I just agreed with everything you just said there. I think the statement they put out was pretty kind of like, yeah, all right, fair enough. They're not trying to buffer it up or butter it up or make it all nice and fluffy. They're saying it how it is. If without the console market, the gaming industry wouldn't exist because there are more console gamers out there than there are PC gamers. As much as I still like the odd game on PC and I like my graphics to look super fucking sweet. Without the console market, we wouldn't have the gaming industry as we know it today. So all these bitches and moaners, as you said, Gareth, download a fucking PC mod. It's going to look great again. Stop bitching.
The question is how long the PC mod takes to happen. Because the Skyrim one, I think it was like a year after the game had been released that they brought the thing out. But
there you go.
I don't think it's going to look bad on the PC. Regardless, it'll probably be at the same level as what the Xbox One and PS4 will be.
I watched a video. It doesn't look bad. Okay, it doesn't look as good as it was meant to, but it doesn't look bad by any fucking length. I mean, come on, these are next gen consoles, and they do look reasonably good. Okay, they look slightly better on the PS4, but that's my blah blah. But I mean, jokes aside, they don't look bad.
Yeah.
No. I was watching a video of a gameplay on the PS4, and it looked brilliant.
Yeah. I just think this is just fucking people moaning for the sake of fucking moaning. It's like, get over yourself. I mean, if this was a serious complaint, if this was like, if this game had been released with loads of fucking loopholes in it and like, 3/4 of the game and bugs left, right, and centre like most Activision games, I would say, okay, bitch and moan. But
Assassin's
really,
Creed.
yeah, that was what I was getting at. And in fact, Far Cry 4 had some fucking whoppers in it, just not quite as bad as Assassin's Creed. But I stop moaning. I'm on the dev side on this. Just get over it, I mean, as I said, it's not like as I say, it's not like it's a game with shitloads of glitches. The graphics just aren't as good, and they've given you a reason why. And really, we have to accept that reason because they're right. Without the console market, this game wouldn't exist. Without the console market, the gaming industry wouldn't exist in the way it is now. We wouldn't be doing this roundup every week. Get over it.
Okay, so that's the visual. Keith's statement on this is get over it. So if you're not happy with it, Keith says get the fuck over it, alright? Stop whinging.
And jog on.
And Nige says jog on. And I say, on to the next story!
Hang on. Gareth, you just gave me and Nige the last word on that story. Are you feeling alright?
Yeah, well, no, actually I'm not. I was drinking earlier.
That explains a few things.
I had to have a little sleep. Blah.
He's always a bit more submissive after a drink.
A bit more submissive after a drink. Okay, sorry. Anyway, next story. Doom. We're all doomed. Sorry, just a reference that only people in the UK or people who watch Dad's Army will get. Okay, so we've got Bethesda's teases the E3 reveal for Doom. So this looks like a tease of a tease.
It's it's another one of these teaser of the teaser trailer.
Yes.
I mean, the movie industry's been doing this for about a year, and it just pisses me off. It's completely fucking ridiculous. They've released an 11-second video, and what the fuck?
Yeah, it shows matey boy with his shotgun and a revenant or whatever they call them inside the game. I'll get corrected on that bastard. It looks alright. The thing is, what I find really weird is the fact that there was another Doom game. Did anyone see what the Doom game that they tried to make in between this looked like?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, I do remember something about this.
It looked like Doom meets Call of Duty. The thing is, it actually looked quite good. I think they turned around and said, "Oh, can we get Doom to play like Call of Duty?" The annoying thing is, I would have turned around and said the following: rip the Doom label off of it, put another label on it, make that. Yeah, because that looked fantastic. It looked like you were part of some bloody revolution and this, that, and the other, and it looked fantastic. I'll see if I can post some pics and bits in there.
Yes, I remember now. Yes.
But that's one of the reasons we haven't had a Doom game in a while, is the fact that they tried to make another one and they had to bin it, so they probably spent a year and a half developing the damn thing and then flushed it down the toilet. Which was a bit... I think it was the bit where John Carmack was going, "Oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this," and then this indecision and led to the whole thing getting done. But I did like Doom 3. I know people were like going to shit all over it. But Doom 3 was quite good.
I remember playing that with you. I remember playing that. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright.
Do you remember Clarky going on about it at work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had a very similar retort to what I had the previous story. Get over it. It's alright.
It is. It's the thing is a Doom's a bit of one of these staples that pops up every so often. Yeah. The annoying thing is Doom should pop up, and then next year we should have another Half-Life game if everything goes the way it should have. But we're not going to get Half-Life 3 because they don't do 3s at Steam or Valve or whatever. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I still think we'll get a Half-Life 3. I think we will.
I don't know.
In our lifetime.
In our lifetime, yes. All right then. I will forfeit in our lifetime.
It's too much of a fucking money spinner. At some point, there is enough of an outcry in the gaming community to want this game. There's enough of a demand for it. It's going to happen. It might not happen next year, but it's going to happen.
It should have been the game when the Steam machines come out to launch with the Steam machines.
Yes, yeah. I agree with you. But then Valve and Steam make some weird, crazy decisions at times. So
True, very true. Okay, all right. So, are you looking forward to Doom when it comes out?
yeah, I'll give it a go.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they say at E3.
You're looking to see at E3? Yes,
Hang
they've
on,
got their
hang
own
on.
conference, but Bethesda.
Hang on. Nige, you almost sounded optimistic.
Almost.
Almost optimistic.
I shall withdraw my statement.
I might have to stop. Yeah, there you go. So thank God, my cuss of calling you a pessimistic ginger dwarf can stay in place. I was scared there that I might have to think up of a new name because you almost sounded optimistic.
Okay,
Near
I shall
optimistic.
change my statement. I'll
Oh
wait
shit!
to see what Bethesda say about Doom before I pass any judgment on this fallacy.
It's not working
Better.
with children. It's like working with children. I swear.
Oh, Gav, you wouldn't have it any other way.
One day I'll get to work with professionals and then realise that I'm not one.
I forgot, Mr. Professional Gaming Journalist over there.
Yeah, well, according to there's some error in Google, fuck knows how. I really don't know, but
Fuck knows how I spent weeks making that happen.
no, I didn't make any time. But yeah,
I went and did an SEO course on lynda.com and now, but I'm not going to admit it.
Anyway, let's move on to our next story. It's gone into excited chimp mode.
Either that or he's enjoying himself.
He's enjoying himself.
Earlier.
All right, okay. Before we start this, I just want to wind up Keith for a second. Keith, guess
Yes.
who I met yesterday?
Oh, fuck off! It's two.
Right.
You met two people I've always wanted to meet. One of them, actually, surprisingly, isn't the one you think. I always wanted to meet Sylvester McCoy. I've always wanted to meet him. And you bastard. And go on, I'll let you have the thing for this.
I met Sylvester McCoy yesterday, which was fantastic. Got my picture taken with him. He's a very, very, very nice person. And then, whilst I was waiting to see Sylvester McCoy, a certain gentleman walked past me, to which I went to the wife. I went, "That's Stephen Moffat," like that. And she went, "It is," like that. She just darted after him, started talking to him, and I'm like, "Yeah, hello, Stephen. How are things?"
You was proper starstruck, weren't you? But you see, I think I would have been more like that with Sylvester McCoy, because, I mean, not only was he my doctor growing up, but he did Jack and Ori a lot, and I used to watch Jack and Ori after school quite a lot. I mean, he did quite a few Jack and Ori stories, and he was just like a stable part of my childhood, and I'd love to meet him, because, like, I love the new Doctor Who series, don't get me wrong, but my doctor growing up was Sylvester McCoy.
Same here. He was lovely. He does this weird thing when you take a picture with him. The moment he sees the finger going, he starts to laugh, which then forces you to laugh, which I found really weird because he had two pictures and he did it on both pictures.
Let's not pretend he's not all there. I mean, he's that kind of wonderful crazy, the kind of wonderful crazy that you like. It's kind of lovable, but he is a bit sort of nuts.
Anyway, we've completely digressed from the story, and the story is. Do you remember the story we did ages ago about Lego Dimensions, which is their version of Skylanders and Disney Infinity? Yeah.
Yep.
So you get your little Lego figure and you can pop them into a game. Guess who they're fucking doing?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Not only are they doing Portal, which is pretty fucking cool, they're doing Doctor Who! Oh yeah! Oh
Yes,
yeah! I haven't
doing
been kidding,
Doctor Who.
man. I'm buying this shit. I don't care how fucking old I am. I'm buying this shit.
Yes, it's they're doing Doctor Who in Disney Dimensions. It's been officially announced and confirmed. This, that, and the other, and it's like absolutely fantastic. It's like kind of you got Portal 2, and it's like, oh yeah, Portal 2, that's fine. And then it's like kind of you get down here, it's like you got Back to the Future and The Simpsons. But the story is about Doctor Who because it's like kind of wow.
Whoa. They got Back to the Future as well.
Back to the Future and The Simpsons. And they got Jurassic World and Scooby-Doo.
I might have to go out for 5 minutes. I'll be back in a sec.
But the long and short of it is Dave. Hang on, just pop back on screen. They've done this, and it looks cool. And I was not excited for this Lego Dimensions thing, and it was like kind of, I don't know, but you think about it, other than Disney, Lego are the other ones that have like kind of all the superhero stuff and all the Star Wars stuff and all Harry Potter stuff and Lord of the Rings, and it's like they're fucking
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Well, who else?
Yeah, I've got Lego Indiana Jones. Love that.
I bet your Ghostbusters will be in there too.
Oh, we've got to get a bit of Ghostbusters soon. They've got the licensing to make the Ghostbusters car, so I dare say they'll get some licensing in there once all these bloody Ghostbusters films start coming out.
Yes, true. I imagine that they'll wait until then for it to release, or when people start talking about it, because Doctor Who's kind of it rolls on every year. Back to the Future, there's no chance of them doing a Back to the Future. Simpsons rolling over every year. Scooby-Doo, nothing news happening with that, and Jurassic Park is this year, so they will Jurassic World, sorry, is this year, so they'll put all those things in because they're kind of time relevant.
It's next month.
Yes, they had lots of trailers. They had a panel which I didn't go to, which was at the thingy, at the convention. Anyway, Nige, what do you think? Were you Lego Doctor Whoing it up?
I'll possibly see, because the boys really like Skylanders. They love putting their little characters on the portals thing to make them play. So it's quite possible that they'd want this game too.
Pessimistic.
Fuck off, Keith! I'm trying to listen to him. Sorry, Nigel. Would you like to keep talking? Fucking wind-up merchant.
It really depends on how the game's played, doesn't it? If it's actually interesting.
I imagine it'll be like the Lego games are all right. I've got the Marvel one, which is okay. I've got to sit down and play it with Dexter because we kind of enjoyed doing it. We're going through and swapping from Mr. Fantastic and Spider-Man and.
I played that all the way through. I like that. I played it. 360.
So far, the only Lego game that I've enjoyed playing, or my children have enjoyed playing, is the Lego Movie game.
Mm.
Is everything awesome, Nige?
Everything is awesome.
Absolutely. They can't stop singing that.
I'm trying to do it so it's in the background, but it keeps cutting to me. It's so annoying. I should have clicked the camera to lock it onto Nigel's and trying to hum that away in the background. Yeah, it's cool. It also means that other cool things can go in there too. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm so glad they put Doctor Who in there because that also means that Doctor Who Lego's coming out roughly the same time. So it'll. Oh my! Hang on a second. I have to just skip. Oh, you bastard, Nigel! You stopped. I was just about to click on Nigel's face. You can see Nigel pulling his face down the bottom there. Yes, there he is. Look at him.
Dirt face.
Anyway, I'm excited. I think the thing's going to be cool. I did go off about Doctor Who for a bit, but hey. Right, so let's move on to our very last story. Imagine that
You've got two stories. So,
no.
Call yourself. We've got Xbox One outselling the PS4.
Oh god. Oh, how fanboy is that? I must have closed the tab down. Oh dear. Okay, we'll go on to our penultimate story.
Called himself.
No, I look so fucking fanboy for not putting this up because it is a newsworthy story.
Strike one.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking fanboy for not putting that up. And they can, yeah, you know what? They can fucking call me a fanboy. Right, okay. So Xbox One had a fucking bumper month in April. I think Sony had been selling PlayStations hand over fists, but
it's got to have a bumper month at some point in time. I mean,
it has. April's the worst month to have a bumper month. You want it in November. That's when you want the bumper month, and I'm sure that they'll do it. And there's rumours that Sony are going to, how can I put it, price cut the PS4 because I think they've managed to cut down the bits for it.
It's all right. Pat it on the head, say good boy, and we'll move on.
Okay. Well, the long and short of it is they managed to, the sales were up 63%, even though Sony sold more games through the month. So they got more console sales, but Sony sold more games on their console. Which is, it's just fine.
That's because there's more of them.
Yes, there is more of them. I think that, what do you call it? Microsoft are making a bloody big effort, and Sony need to pull the fingers out their asses because I know there's been problems with games being made and quality of games. So Sony have turned around and gone, just go to quality to make sure they're not shit. and because of that, all their stuff is kind of shifted out from December into the beginning of next year, which is not good.
And there was a story that ran about them being in trouble anyway over the limited edition anniversary console, especially I believe in this country, but I think they're everywhere, where people were able to buy more than one.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I missed that.
Yeah,
That was one of the lovely stories.
You know, you had to jump through about several million hoops to get to the point where you could buy a console. Well, apparently, that link wasn't locked out. So, like, one person did it and then sent the link to all his mates, who then managed to go straight on there and buy one.
Ah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well done, that man.
Yeah, so
Well
Sony
done,
are in a
man.
little bit of trouble over. Sony are in a little bit of trouble over that. So yeah, it's not all rosy at Sony at the moment.
No, it's not rosy at Sony. Anyway, we've talked enough about that. Well done, Xbox One. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Microsoft.
Yes,
Good boy.
you've won a month. Here, have a biscuit.
Good boy.
Just in time for E3.
The funny thing is, as I said before, they do seem to be making more of an effort. Considering they fuck up with the launch and this, that, and the other, and things with resolution and whatnot, they are making a big effort.
They've made huge strides.
Yes, huge strides, which is really good for us consumers, because then it forces Sony to do stuff if you're a PlayStation owner, and then that stuff then forces Xbox to do stuff, and then it just gets better for all of us, which is what we want.
If they continue to do good stuff like this, I may even consider getting myself an Xbox One.
Yeah, I looked at one. I've got some money for my birthday left over, and I looked at Wii U, and I went, oh, I can't put any Wii U stuff on the channel, which is really annoying. Anyway, right, imagine this: you are the coolest games publisher and developer in the world. You're so cool that your name's Rockstar. So the last thing you want is to be associated with a dweeb such as Daniel Radcliffe.
Whoa! That is.
I'm trying to sell the story here. So naturally, the BBC drama about Daniel Radcliffe and Bill Paxton, not Sam Houser and Jack Trenton. I can't remember his name now. Jack Trenton worked for PlayStation, and Jack, the guy who tried to ban it. They're suing over the whole thing because they think they've bring the name down. Now, part of me says that this is the how can I put it, the Grand Theft Auto, not conspiracy, the controversy train, where they sit there and they try to cause as much controversy as they can, and everything just builds and builds and builds, and then they sell more stuff, which I kind of believe, but yeah, they're suing over the drama with General Radcliffe. It's being filmed now, and then should air in time for like summer.
Yeah, I think it's unofficial at the moment because Rockstar just haven't agreed to the BBC actually creating this program or film, whatever they're doing. I think it's a film actually, and they just said no, we can't do it, and we're going to stop you. Especially if Daniel Radcliffe is playing that bloke.
He's bringing the magic. But
terrible pun. Oh. Terrible pun. He's bringing the magic.
Hey.
Do you know what the funny thing is the guy who played Hudson in Thingy, Bill Paxton's in it too, so I guess it's game over, man.
Oh dear. I was looking forward to this, and I don't know if Rockstar and Take-Two have been a bit overzealous with this. I mean, surely, actually, this is kind of good promotion for them, maybe?
I don't know. Depends who it's written by, because if whoever's written by it, if they're trying to, I don't know, because there's a chance that they may be trying to push some kind of weird political thing, saying that games really do turn you into psychopaths.
Well, it was basically reading the article a bit more. It's based on a book by David Kusher, which they consider to be highly inaccurate, which probably means that they want it to be more accurate rather than, wishy-washy. So if the BBC are doing something wishy-washy and not really very accurate, then, well, I'm on the side of Rockstar.
The BBC's never done anything inaccurate before.
Oh, fuck off! I've seen.
I didn't say
I've,
they haven't.
I've
That was a slightly sarcastic there, Gareth.
Did you hear
Not.
I know, but did you hear the thing on when they did the Star Wars trailer? The BBC, when it comes to reporting, has got worse over the last 5 years. And this guy gave this perfect example of recently. The Star Wars trailer came out, and people wanted to turn around and say that it was misogynistic and sexist and all this stuff. Yeah. So they got on this guy who's a Twitter troll. Who's famous for being a Twitter troll. Yeah, he describes himself as the most batshit crazy thing ever. They never bothered to read his tweets or anything. They just wanted to find someone who disagreed with it so they could have a controversial view on it to go in line with what they wanted. This guy took the piss out of them on the radio. It was brilliant. And it's just like, to get to the point where people are, how can I put it, ignoring facts, and they're too busy telling a fucking story. Yeah, it's you get the story, you get the facts. Yeah, the facts point to a trend. The trend is the story. Then you tell that story. You don't sit there and say, "This is the story." I'll just kind of squeeze everything in to try and tell the story.
I agree with what you're saying quite a lot, and a lot of the presenting in the BBC's got very lazy. I mean, some of their coverage of certain things and some of their presenters, I just want to punch in the face. But I'm always very careful of criticising the BBC because I do believe in the BBC, and I believe that we need to keep it. And I don't, it is one of the last bastions of news that isn't commercially driven or solely commercially driven.
Yeah, but people...
And that bothers me slightly that we're criticising, and I don't want to see us lose the BBC. But I do agree with what you say.
Yeah, the problem is that now there are people coming in here with ideologies and stuff, and they don't really care for news, and they don't really care for journalism, and that's kind of sucks. Yeah, because where the BBC should be the one place you can go for news with the least amount of bias. Yeah? Everyone's going to have some kind of bias. Yeah, but the least amount of bias. That's the bit that kind of bugs me.
Yeah. I think we need to do something about the management of the BBC, but all these people saying that we don't need the BBC, that bothers me, because we do.
When it comes to drama and those big nature documentaries, the BBC is fucking top dog. Because the nature documentaries, anything with fucking Richard Attenborough, always looks fantastic.
Some of the most popular shows on Discovery Channel in America are made by the BBC.
Yeah.
Planet Earth, which was made in conjunction with the Discovery Channel because the BBC needs to get funding for it. Blue Planet, Life in the Freezer. All of those, which are big shows on Discovery Channel in the States, were made by the BBC. And the BBC has the best natural history unit in the world. There is just nothing as good as it. All the sort of like first-time shots that we've seen, like the snow leopard bit, hunting, that was on Planet Earth. That was filmed by a BBC cameraman, made by the BBC. These people that diss the BBC forget things like their natural history unit. Forget that they make bloody Doctor Who, which is fucking awesome. And just things like that. So just like stop shitting on the BBC too much. I agree that we need to do something about their news, and I agree that we need to do something about their management, but we need the BBC.
It's like you've got Jeremy Paxman. Yeah, Jeremy Paxman is an old pain in the arse journalist who kind of likes to pound people and get answers out of them. But even he fucked off because it was getting too much for him because they were trying to push stupid things. And it was like kind of send us pictures of your funniest cats, and he looked so fucked off. Why? Well, this is news nights, not fucking Saturday morning TV with the kids. And you could see
selfie night.
Yeah. But the long and the short of it is I think that the reason that Rockstar would be unhappy is the fact that if they have got the bad side of the BBC, we'll refer to them as the bad side of the BBC, yeah, where they don't really care about how can I put it? The truth, yeah, the truth and facts, and they want to push their own kind of political agenda. I can understand why they would be fucked off. Yeah,
but the BBC pushing a left-wing agenda.
Yes, that's one of the reasons the fucking Conservatives don't like them. If they stayed neutral, yeah, it would have been. But they picked a side, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to sit in the fucking middle with everyone else and go, look, that's what's happening. Yeah, like they sit behind you, and goes, guys, look over there. That's interesting. No, they're not. They're kind of just, they want to direct it, and they want to become. Fuck it. News is news. Report on it. But digression. Come back, and we're in the room. But that's why I think that these guys are going to be upset because they look like they've picked a story that they disagree with. Yeah. And maybe
I think we should keep. I think
know.
we should keep an eye on this story because I think you could be correct. But I was looking forward to this because I was genuinely interested in this. So if what the story says that they picked this book that is inaccurate, but we need to be slightly careful as to why they're saying this is inaccurate and if there's any kind of motivation to say that this story is inaccurate. Whereas it might, we only got their word at the moment that this is inaccurate. So I think we need to err on the side of caution slightly, but I agree with what you're saying. If if it is the bad side of the BBC that's doing this, then but it's got some big. I mean, they're reasonably big names, especially for the BBC. I mean, Radcliffe is a big name. Bill Paxton, reasonably famous American actor. It's
yeah. Look, right. It goes like this. Yeah. The core thing in the argument was video games cause violence. Yeah. The truth of the matter is, I don't know if it's a correlation between video games and the decline of violence, yeah, because ever since video games and the internet came out, there's been a dip in violence, full stop, in the States. You can check the statistics out online, but there is a drop in it. And people saying, oh, this has gone up and that's gone up. It's actually gone down. And the reason it's gone down is you get to go online and you get to be an arsehole and kill people without actually being an arsehole and killing people. Yeah? So it gives people who would normally get drunk and punch people in the pub, yeah, an excuse to shoot people in the face in a virtual environment where nobody really gets hurt apart from their feelings.
Or what I like to call therapy.
Yeah, I would say. And that's the bit. If they turn around and they hint that it may cause violence, yeah, that's when I sit there and I call bullshit. Yeah, I call utter bullshit. Anyway, that's fucking political enough for you. So,
Feedback.
Oh God, I didn't get any feedback. I haven't got any feedback ready for this episode. So
okay, I've got a little bit of feedback on one of your previous podcasts, which I listened to. I just want to add my 2 pennies worth on this. What the fuck did they do cancelling that PT demo? What the fuck? That looked like an awesome game. I am extremely pissed off about this because I wanted to see you shit yourself a little bit more, Gareth, and now they've cancelled it, and I can never see that. I'm really fucked off.
Really? Okay. Okay.
That's my feedback. How dare they cancel this game? Bloody well make it. Excuse me. But anyway, there you go.
Yeah, it's.
Would never have known you were a little bit fucked off with that.
Right then, should we just plug ourselves instead?
Yeah, there was. Oh, I'm just trying to find some bloody. We've had lots of people talk to us, and lots of people be nice to us. So I'm a bit gutted that we didn't prepare the feedback. So we might have to just lump it in a good chunk of the geek corner. So
yeah. So off the top of my head, I would say Let's Play Society, the YouTubers, as normal.
Mm-hmm.
How about a big shout out for Purity Network?
Yeah.
Yes, Nick from Purity. What a lovely fella.
Yeah, nice bloke. Thank you for all your advice.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate that. We're going to try to do as much as possible.
Who else? We had so many people tweet and share us about basically on Twitter recently. It was crazy on Friday, absolutely crazy. So off the top of my head, there was Men Over Beard, the Karate Kids, Cartridge
Yes.
Kids,
Karate Kids,
Puglington.
Oh yes, Puglington. Definitely a shout out to Puglington.
Cool. There's just so many. Replayability. They shouted us out on Friday. Beef and Taters. Double down.
Beef and Taters. Hello, Beef and Taters.
MOU Gaming. which is Master of Unlocking Gaming. They're just off the top of my head at the moment.
Okay. Cool. We had a few people like us on Facebook, and I really want to shout out to the people on Facebook because Facebook is unloved. It needs to be loved.
Good. Okay.
So,
Want me to go in there?
But I can't find the list of the guys on there. The long and the short of it is we're going to try and make some channel improvements and bits, and we have been experimenting. We have been ill. Well, I've been ill. My mum almost chopped her thumb off on my birthday. So kind of been through the ringer a bit here.
I was out of the country.
He was out of the country. And Nigel, well, just look at him. Seriously, look at him.
Yeah, just look at me on the podcast.
Just look at him. So as you're listening...
Yeah, when he's finger gunning on the podcast.
he loves a good bit.
Nice podcast, buddy.
But the long and the short of it is we're going to start changing a few things around to try and... We want to try and drive a bit more traffic to our site and stuff. And we'd love for you to join in the journey with us as we become YouTube legends.
And Gareth, how can they join in the journey with us?
Oh, well, if you'd like to listen to us shamelessly plug ourselves, we have a YouTube channel, which hopefully you're watching us on now. If not, you're listening to us on our podcast. But on there we have videos and bits, and we're trying to improve the videos and stuff. So we're going to have reviews, highlights from playthroughs. We also have a Twitch channel, which myself and Nigel will pop on, and we will stream some bits on Twitch. Had a few issues with the recordings and stuff at the moment, which is one of the reasons that Nige doesn't come across too happy. He spent 4 hours recording, and I think he got about 15 minutes of footage. So he's not a happy bunny.
The first 28 minutes was muted by Twitch, which I'm really thankful for because there was no fucking music on there, and they said there was.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's such a shame. It was good as well.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. We'll Twitch every so often so you can see it. So the playthroughs will be twitched, and then what we'll do is we'll get highlights of the playthroughs and then do it like that. Me and Keith did that with Far Cry. We didn't get any views when we were doing it on Far Cry, but the video that turned out on the other side was really good. And like Nigel, who got quite a few views when he was doing his Order 1886, but he couldn't get video out. So hey, these things happen. So yeah, pop onto Twitch to watch Nigel doing his Let's Plays and that. And we have podcasts.
We might be on there giving Nigel grief, but that's purely for our own self-gratification.
Oh yes, if you want to pop on and watch the comments as we give Nigel shit as he's playing the game, because we will. Yeah, if you just want to watch that for the sheer entertainment of us taking the piss out of Nigel as he's playing, you're quite welcome to join us.
Believe me when I tell you that Nigel will get his own back on us.
Oh, he will, but not yet. Not yet. So we have podcasts, Keith.
Yes, we have podcasts. We have 2 a week. We have the audio version of this video, which can be found on Monday, and then we have the Geek Corner, which is out on a Thursday, where we talk about all things geek, movies, pop culture, all that kind of stuff, and we do like a Geek News Roundup. That's out on a Thursday. We can be found on all good podcast directories, including Player FM, TuneIn, Stitcher, iTunes, and just about every other one out there. And hopefully, within the next few weeks, Spotify. So that's going to be cool as well, because Spotify have started doing podcasts, and I'm getting in there and submitting our podcast to that, so you can catch us on Spotify as well. So yeah, there you go.
And we have social media. Nige, would you like to chat about social media? Because you're a little social media darling. Or, as Keith likes to put it,
plug the Twitter!
Yeah, plug Twitter.
Okay, you can follow us at Twitter. We are at Gaming Face Punch. We basically tweet out whenever we're going to do a Twitch or a live Twitch stream, or when a new video goes out, or fucking we find something interesting, or you just want to have a chat. So it's probably the best place to catch us. In addition to that, we've also got a Facebook page, which we'd love for you to go over and like. Everything goes out on there as well, and you can probably direct message us on there, send us a message on Facebook page directly. It's probably be the best place to get hold of us nowadays, because Twitter is getting really quite busy. And we have Google Plus. Yep.
The best way to track us for our YouTube things.
Absolutely.
If you add us in our circle and we add you back, You'll get highlights and bits for whenever we put a YouTube video up. So if you're a big YouTube fan, whack that up there. We also have a website, and on the website you will find our podcasts. You'll even find a special page for our Twitch stream. So if you can't go onto Twitch and find it, you can actually pop directly onto our website, go to the videos tab and select Twitch, and you'll see our Twitch stream when we start twitching. Which
and Nige, can you look suitably pathetic and plug the Facebook, please? Because it's unloved.
I've already.
He did that. He did
Did you
that.
plug the Facebook? Oh, I must have switched off as always. No, sorry, Nige. You did. I went to sleep. I apologise.
Anywho,
When do I need to go? I'm joking.
Keith, plug the podcast, please, mate.
Well, so we have two projects. Oh, dear.
And
Lovely,
if you
Nige.
guys have got a player.me account, then you can always go over to there and follow us there. It should automatically update, but I need to learn it a bit more. But hey, it's one of those things that we have. YouTube?
I did
He plugged it at
YouTube.
the beginning. He plugged the YouTube.
It was
I'm glad to
plugged-
see that we're all listening to each other.
Back in it. Right, guys. Right, now listen very carefully. I need you to
I should
say...
say this only once.
I need you guys to say goodbye. Can you do that?
Bye.
Nigel Ply.
No, you're supposed to wait until the end of the video to do the nudge play. Anyway,
He-
thank
he-
you. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for fucking enduring Keith
Hey.
and Nigel. Little and large. I've been Gareth from Gaming Face Punch. This has been the roundup for week 20. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye. See you on the Geek Corner.
Bye-bye.
Here you on the Geek Corner.
I finger gun it, Nige. At least when you're on the video,
Finger
you can
gun
finger
it.
gun it. Yeah, because he was doing this on the Geek Corner. Last week he was like, "Nige, it's a podcast, mate."
Oh, dear.
Nigel, give us some
Oh.
finger guns. Give us some finger guns and some.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
We've got some finger guns. I missed an opportunity. So I was trying to get a camera. Anyway, ta-ta for now.
Right. Okay, that's cool. I need
That's
to go and
cool.
have some.
Hang